Have you ever spent hours reading a textbook, highlighting page after page, only to wake up the next day and realize you've forgotten almost 70% of it? It's incredibly frustrating, but here's the truth. It is not your fault. Your brain is literally hardwired to clear out unused information using something called the forgetting curve. If you just passively read and reread your notes, your brain treats that information like an Instagram ad. It just scrolls right past it as background noise. But what if you could hack your brain to absorb textbooks like a sponge, remember facts permanently, and cut your study time in half? Today, I'm giving you the ultimate science-backed masterclass on how to memorize anything you read. Act 1. The sponge method: how to actually read. The biggest mistake students make is trying to read a textbook like it's a novel, starting at page 1 and reading straight to the end. That is a terrible idea. Instead, you need to use a systematic reading approach. Start by flipping straight to the end of the chapter and reading the quiz questions first. Why? Because the author is literally telling you what they think is the most important information. This activates your brain's reticular activating system. Think of it like your brain's internal radar. Once you know what the questions are, your brain will automatically hunt for the answers as you read. Next, go back to the beginning and quickly survey the chapter. Just read the bold print, the headings, and the first and last sentence of every paragraph. Do not try to comprehend everything yet. You are simply building a mental map, so your brain is prepped for the actual information. Step 2. Digestion. A lot of people think learning is about trying to read faster or watching lectures at 2x speed. But learning isn't about what goes into your brain, it's about what stays in your brain. If you just consume information without processing it, it's the mental equivalent of overeating. You haven't had a chance to digest it, so you'll end up forgetting up to 90% of it. To digest information, you need to use the levels of processing effect. Science shows that deep, semantic processing, like thinking about the meaning and context of a word, creates a much stronger, durable memory trace than just looking at the letters on a page. Here are 3 quick ways to digest deeply. The self-reference effect. Relate the information to your own life. You are far more likely to remember something if you connect it to a personal memory or experience. Dual coding. Your brain loves visuals. Combine verbal text with visual diagrams, flowcharts, or mind maps. This creates 2 separate memory pathways for the exact same concept, making it significantly easier to recall. Use your senses. Read inside your mind instead of speaking out loud to increase your reading speed. If you start feeling sleepy, switch to reading out loud. The physical act of speaking increases blood circulation and wakes your brain up. Act 3. The memory champion system. Now, what if you have to memorize a massive list of facts, terms, or dates? Medical students and memory champions use a simple 3-step formula. Visualize, structure, and repeat. First, visualize. Our brains remember images way better than raw text. Take whatever you need to memorize and turn it into the most ridiculous, vivid, or funny image you can think of. The weirder it is, the more it sticks. Second, structure those images using the memory palace or the method of loci. Imagine a place you know perfectly, like your bedroom. Now, mentally place those weird images around your room. When it's time for the exam, all you have to do is mentally walk through your bedroom, and the facts will instantly pop back into your head. You can also try chunking, which is breaking down massive lists into smaller, manageable groups, just like how we remember 10-digit phone numbers in chunks of 3 and 4. Act 4. The samurai and the Feynman. Now for the most crucial step. Rereading your notes gives you the illusion of competence, but it doesn't build memory. Memory strengthens through output, not input. Japanese students use what we can call the samurai approach to memory active recall. When you finish reading a page, close the book, grab a blank sheet of paper, and force yourself to write down everything you remember. You will struggle. It will be frustrating, but that mental struggle is exactly what forces your brain to build stronger neural pathways. To take this to the absolute highest level, use the Feynman Technique. Take the concept you just read and try to teach it out loud to an imaginary 6th grader. If you find yourself using complicated jargon or big words, it means you don't actually understand the topic. Teaching forces you to organize the information simply and exposes the exact gaps in your knowledge. Act 5. Cementing the knowledge. If you want this information to stay in your brain forever, you need to do 2 things: space it out and sleep. Instead of cramming the night before an exam, use spaced repetition. Think of it like watering a plant. Review your notes after 1 day, then 3 days, then a week. Each time you review the material right before you're about to forget it, your memory gets sharper and lasts longer. You can use flashcard apps that automatically turn your PDFs into spaced repetition quizzes. Finally, do not pull an all-nighter. Sleep is absolutely required for memory consolidation. While you sleep, your brain actively moves the information you learned from short-term storage in the hippocampus into your permanent long-term memory. Even taking a 90-minute nap after a heavy study session has been proven to significantly boost your ability to recall facts later that evening. Learning shouldn't be a struggle. It should be smart and efficient. The top 1% of students don't just watch a video like this and move on, they take action. So here is your homework. Pick just one hack from this video, whether it's the Feynman technique, the sponge reading method, or active recall, and use it on your very next study session. Let me know down in the comments which technique you are going to try first. If you found this video helpful, like the video, share, and subscribe for more science-backed productivity hacks. And I'll see you in the next one.